This video is sponsored by Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Steph Curry is almost at the logo when he gets the screen, no expiring shot clock and no deficit to overcome. Still, he just raises up from more than 30 feet and splashes the three just because he can. Steph is the biggest factor for the staggering growth of the three-point shot, and in just a few years he completely redefined how NBA teams would play and how the league would look today. To me, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. It's not even close, and I'll show you why. What up everybody, my name is Stephen and this is Heat Check. Let's get into it. First, before we get to the interesting stuff, let's talk numbers and percentages. Right now, Curry is third when it comes to all-time makes behind Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. But look at the games he took to get there and the average threes per game. That average for Steph has only been going up the last 5 seasons. Keeping this pace, which is a safe and conservative estimation, Curry will become number 1 in all-time makes with only about 850 games. That's 450 less than Ray Allen, about 5.5 seasons. This number is absolutely crazy, and it's not like he's just chucking up shots. He's extremely efficient and also third all-time in three-point percentage. Steph is the only guy showing up at the top of both lists, which is unbelievable. Usually if you're efficient, you don't shoot nearly as much, or if you're a volume shooter, it affects your accuracy. Curry being able to keep such a high percentage on that many shots is unreal. Which brings me to my second point. Taking a look at the greatest shooters from both lists, most of them make their threes out of catch and shoot opportunities or wide open shots out of the double team. Guys like Klay Thompson and JJ Redick run around screens without the ball, much like Reggie Miller and Ray Allen used to do, while we remember snipers like Steve Kerr and Kyle Korver being beneficiaries of double teams that came to their superstar teammates, so they often got the wide open looks. Steph Curry on the other hand, he's the playmaker, the primary ball handler, so he has cemented himself as a shooter off the dribble, with ultimate confidence I might add, oftentimes hitting unreasonably deep or heavily contested shots, leaving even his coach in disbelief. The degree of difficulty on many of his threes is off the chart, and that makes his numbers and accomplishments that much more special. And my final point is about the effect that he's had on the league. Steph Curry essentially changed the way of what good defense looks like. You have to be attached to him from the moment he crosses half court, and before him, I haven't seen anyone being guarded like that. Also, I truly believe that this whole push towards eliminating the mid-range, concentrating on threes and layups, playing small lineups and switching everything on defense, the biggest reason for that whole shift in the NBA is Steph Curry himself and the Golden State Warriors. When a player makes more than 400 threes in a season, which was previously unthinkable, and helps his team get to 4 straight finals and 3 championships, teams are gonna search for a way to compete with that. Remember how big and heavy centers were in high demand during the Lakers dynasty with Shaq? The league was trying to stop the most dominant big man in NBA history. So similar to that, now you don't play if you can't help out on the perimeter, if you can't switch and hold your own against Steph Curry. He has completely changed how teams play both on offense and defense. What we see today is of course basketball evolving, but he is a big reason for that evolution, and that is why to me he is the greatest shooter to ever step out on the hardwood. Once again, shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. If you're like me and you're pursuing that online career or even just running a side hustle, Squarespace will help you build a professional website or online store. You don't even need to know how to code. With their award-winning design templates, you can set everything up easily. If you have a creative idea you've been thinking about, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/heatcheck to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's it for now. Follow me on Instagram for more short and interesting breakdowns, and if you like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my future in-depth analysis. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.